This girl can't go out in the rain. What she did to follow her dreams will inspire you. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel. Your subscription means everything to us. It's the only way these powerful stories of resilience and hope reach more people. Together, we can shine a light on the dreams that often remain hidden. So please subscribe now. In a small, dimly lit apartment, a girl named Mia sits by the window, her eyes tracing the raindrops racing down the glass. Each droplet seems to whisper her name, reminding her of all the times she longed to dance in the open air. Outside, the world is alive with the sound of thunder, but inside, she feels trapped in a cage of her own making. The shadows of doubt loom large, and her heart aches with the knowledge that she can't step out into the storm. Mia's room is filled with bright posters of dancers soaring through the sky, their limbs gracefully outstretched, a stark contrast to her own stillness. The rain pounds relentlessly against the pavement, drowning out the music that plays softly in the background. She closes her eyes, imagining the rhythm beneath her feet, the wind lifting her spirit, but the fear of the storm holds her back. As the thunder rumbles, Mia's thoughts swirl like the clouds outside. She remembers telling her friends about her dreams, their laughter echoing in her mind like a haunting melody. "You'll never make it," they said, their words cutting deeper than any storm. But something stirs within her, a flicker of defiance. Can she really let the rain decide her fate? Mia's heart raced as she sat on the edge of her bed, the storm outside mirroring the turmoil within her. The weight of her dreams pressed down on her shoulders like the heavy clouds above. She longed for release, for a chance to dance, to feel the rain on her skin without fear. But how could she break free from the chains of her own mind? Suddenly, there was a knock at her door, startling her from her thoughts. It was her best friend, Lily, a vibrant spirit with curly hair that bounced as she entered. "Mia, you'll never guess what I found at the park today," she exclaimed, her eyes bright with excitement. "What?" Mia asked, forcing a smile. Though her heart ached with envy at the thought of a park, an open space where laughter echoed and the sky felt endless. "An old dance studio is opening up. They're offering classes and I thought of you right away. It could be amazing." Lily's words flowed like a melodic tune, but they fell flat against Mia's fears. "I can't go, Lily. You know that," Mia replied, her voice barely above a whisper. "Why not?" "You don't have to let the rain keep you inside forever," Lily urged, her brow furrowing with concern. "You have to at least try." Mia's heart sank. Each suggestion felt like a reminder of her limitations. "You don't understand," she said, tears brimming in her eyes. "What if I get caught in the rain? I can't risk it." Lily reached for Mia's hand, squeezing it gently. "But what if you miss out on everything? You love dancing. This could be your chance. You can't let the rain dictate your life." Mia's thoughts spiraled as she considered Lily's words. She felt torn between her dreams and the fear that had kept her locked away for so long. "I don't know if I can," she admitted, her voice trembling. Lily's determination burned bright. "You're stronger than you think, Mia. We can figure something out. I'll help you." As the rain drummed against the roof, Mia felt a flicker of hope. Could she really break free? In the days that followed, Mia found herself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Each time she looked out the window, the rain felt more like a prison than a storm. She watched other kids in the neighborhood dance in puddles, their laughter ringing like a sweet melody that made her heart ache for what she could not have. One afternoon, while scrolling through her phone, she stumbled upon a video of Isabella, a girl who had created an innovative suit that allowed her to explore the outdoors despite her rare condition. The sight of Isabella dancing within her bubble suit ignited something inside Mia, a spark of inspiration that had been dormant for far too long. "Maybe there's a way for me too," she thought, her fingers trembling over the screen. "What if I could create something that lets me dance in the rain?" That night, Mia stayed up late, sketching ideas for her own protective gear. The quiet of her room transformed into a sanctuary of creativity, where the storm outside faded into the background. Each design was more elaborate than the last, fueled by the thought of freedom, the freedom to dance in the rain without fear. As the days turned to weeks, Mia's sketches evolved into prototypes. She gathered materials from local craft stores, piecing together a suit that could protect her from the rain while allowing her to move freely. The first time she slipped into her creation, she felt a rush of exhilaration. It was a test of her determination, a leap into the unknown. "Mia, what are you doing?" Lily asked one afternoon as she walked into Mia's room, her eyes widening at the sight of the suit. "I'm going to dance in the rain," Mia declared, her voice steady. "I've designed this suit, it will keep me safe." Lily's astonishment quickly transformed into excitement. You're really going to do it? Yes. I have to try, Mia replied, her heart pounding. The thought of stepping outside filled her with a mix of fear and exhilaration. As the rain began to fall that evening, Mia stood at her window, her suit gleaming under the dim light. The raindrops danced on the glass, and for the first time they didn't feel like chains. They felt like an invitation. Are you ready? Lily asked, her voice a whisper of encouragement. Mia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of her dreams pressing against her chest. I am. With each step toward the door, her heart raced. The moment she stepped outside, the rain enveloped her, but this time she was protected. The world around her blurred into a watercolor painting, colors swirling and merging as she felt the cadence of the storm beneath her feet. As she began to dance, the drops of rain felt like a gentle embrace, each one a reminder of her resilience. She twirled, her laughter mingling with the sound of thunder, her spirit soaring with every movement. In that moment, Mia discovered that the storm no longer had power over her. She was a dancer, a dreamer, and she was free. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to comment from where you are hearing this amazing story. The rain continued to pour, but Mia was no longer afraid. She was alive, and her dreams were finally within reach. Little did she know, her journey was just beginning, and this was only the first step toward a life filled with endless possibilities. The world was waiting for her, and she was ready to embrace it. Mia danced freely in the rain, her spirit soaring higher with each twirl. The droplets cascaded around her, a symphony of sound that matched the rhythm of her heart. She felt liberated, as though every step washed away the doubts and fears that had once held her captive. But just as she began to lose herself in the moment, a sudden flash of lightning illuminated the sky, momentarily blinding her. When her vision cleared, she spotted a figure standing at the edge of the park, watching her with wide eyes. It was a boy, a stranger, but there was something familiar about his gaze. He was a few years older, with tousled hair and an expression that seemed to oscillate between wonder and confusion. Mia's heart raced and she felt exposed, as if the rain had stripped away more than just her fears. Hey, are you okay? He called out, his voice cutting through the sound of the storm. Mia hesitated, suddenly self-conscious. Yeah, I'm fine, she shouted back, trying to maintain her confidence. But inside she felt a flicker of insecurity. What did he think of her? Here she was, dancing in the rain while everyone else stayed inside, safe from the storm. The boy took a few cautious steps closer, his eyes darting between her and the downpour. You're really out here dancing? In the rain? Mia nodded, her heart pounding. It's liberating, she replied, her voice wavering slightly. He smiled, and for a moment the storm faded away. I wish I had your courage. I've always wanted to dance like that but never had the guts. Mia's heart skipped. She was taken aback by his honesty. You want to dance? She asked, intrigued. Yeah. But I have my own fears, he admitted, glancing down at the ground. I'm Noah. I don't know if you noticed, but I've always been the shy kid in school. I've spent so much time worrying about what others think that I never let myself just be. The vulnerability in his voice struck a chord within Mia. She realized that despite their differences, they both shared a longing for freedom, a desire to break free from the chains of fear that bound them. Why don't you join me? She suggested, a spark of excitement igniting within her. We can dance together. It's more fun that way. Noah looked hesitant, glancing at the rain as if it were a monster lurking in the shadows. I don't know, what if I look ridiculous? Who cares? Mia laughed, her eyes shining. It's just the rain. Let it wash away your worries. After a moment of hesitation, Noah took a deep breath and stepped forward. Okay. But only if you promise not to laugh. Mia grinned, and together they began to move, their laughter mingling with the sound of the storm. It felt magical to share this moment with someone else, and as they danced, Mia could see the transformation happening in Noah. The weight of his insecurities began to lift, and his laughter became more genuine, more carefree. But just as the atmosphere shifted, something unexpected happened. Another figure emerged from the shadows of the park. A girl with a clipboard and a camera. Mia froze as she recognized her. It was Jessica, the girl from her school who had always been quick to judge, quick to point out anyone who dared to be different. What are you doing, Mia? Jessica exclaimed, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Dancing in the rain? You really think you're going to become a dancer? You look ridiculous. Mia's heart sank. The moment of joy she had shared with Noah felt threatened, and her confidence wavered. But before she could respond, Noah stepped forward, a newfound determination in his eyes. "Actually, she looks amazing," he said, surprising both Mia and Jessica. "She's living her truth, and that's more than I can say for you, Jessica. When was the last time you actually did something for yourself instead of putting others down?" Jessica scoffed, but the sting of Noah's words hung in the air. For a moment, the rain became a backdrop to an unexpected confrontation. Mia felt a rush of gratitude for Noah's support, but also a realization that she had let others' opinions dictate her actions for far too long. Mia took a deep breath, her heart pounding again, but this time with resolve. "You know what, Jessica? I don't care what you think. This is my moment and I'm going to embrace it. I won't let anyone steal my joy anymore." Jessica's expression shifted from amusement to annoyance, and she turned on her heels, storming away. As she disappeared into the shadows, Mia felt a weight lift off her shoulders. With Jessica gone, the rain felt less like a storm and more like a cleansing shower, washing away the remnants of doubt. She turned back to Noah, whose eyes sparkled with excitement. "Wow, that was brave," he exclaimed, and Mia couldn't help but smile, feeling emboldened by their shared experience. "Thank you for standing up for me," she replied, her voice warm with gratitude. "Thank you for inviting me to join you," he said, looking genuinely happy. "I've never danced like this before. It feels amazing." They continued to dance, lost in the rhythm of the rain and their newfound friendship. In that moment, Mia realized that the storm outside had brought them together in a way she never expected. But as they twirled and spun, an unexpected revelation hit Mia. She had always thought that the rain was her enemy, something that kept her from her dreams. Yet here she was, dancing in it, feeling more alive than ever before. Could it be that the very thing she feared the most had given her the push she needed to confront her own assumptions? Perhaps the rain was not just a barrier but a bridge, leading her closer to the dreams she once thought were unattainable. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would challenge everything they thought they knew about themselves and the world around them. They stood under the storm, united by their dreams, ready to face whatever came next. As the rain fell harder, Mia felt a surge of empowerment, a connection to Noah that ignited a new fire within her. Together they would face the storms of life, one dance step at a time. As Mia and Noah danced in the rain, they became lost in a world that felt entirely their own. The storm continued to rage around them, but it only fueled their joy. With each spin, they shed the weight of judgment and fear that had kept them bound for so long. For the first time, Mia felt truly alive. Embracing the laughter and the rhythm of the rain, she realized that the storm was not her enemy, but a catalyst for change. But just as the euphoria settled in, the clouds darkened further, and with a sudden crash of thunder, the rain intensified. Mia glanced at Noah, concern flickering in her eyes. "Maybe we should head back," she suggested, her heart still racing from their impromptu dance. But Noah shook his head, determination etched on his features. "No. This is our moment, Mia. Let's not let the storm take this away from us." Mia felt a surge of courage at his words. In that instant, she understood that her fears had been constructed from the opinions of others, but Noah's presence reminded her that she was not alone in her struggles. The bond they had forged through this shared experience became a lifeline, a tether to the dreams she had once believed were out of reach. As they continued to dance, the rain seemed to transform around them, morphing from a barrier into a celebration. The droplets felt like confetti, showering them with joy and possibility. Together, they laughed and spun, pushing the boundaries of their fears until the storm became a backdrop to their newfound friendship and resilience. But just as they lost themselves in the moment, the storm unleashed a fierce gust of wind, sending Mia stumbling. In that split second, she saw her reflection in a puddle, a girl who had once hidden away, now brave and radiant, dancing freely in the rain. "Mia!" Noah exclaimed, rushing to steady her. "You okay?" She nodded, her heart pounding, not from fear but exhilaration. "I'm more than okay. I feel unstoppable." In the midst of the storm, a revelation washed over her. The rain had once symbolized her fears, but it had also become the very thing that set her free. With Noah by her side, she realized that she could face any storm, both outside and within. As the rain began to ease, the clouds parted just enough for a beam of sunlight to break through. The sight filled Mia with hope and warmth. "Look," she shouted, pointing to the sunlit sky. "It's like a promise." Noah beamed at her, and in that moment, they both understood that the storm would eventually pass, leaving behind a clearer, brighter world. "Let's make a pact," he said, his voice serious yet playful. "Whenever we face a storm, We'll remember this moment and dance through it together." Mia's heart swelled with gratitude and she extended her pinky. "Deal?" As they sealed their promise, Mia felt a wave of empowerment wash over her. She knew that this was just the beginning. She and Noah would face whatever challenges lay ahead. Not just as friends but as allies in the pursuit of their dreams. Later that evening they decided to share their experience on social media. Mia felt a flutter of nervousness, but Noah encouraged her. "The world needs to see how beautiful it is to overcome fear," he said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Together they posted photos and videos of their rain-drenched dance, their laughter echoing in the captions. The response was overwhelming. Comments flooded in from others who had also felt trapped by their fears, people inspired by Mia's bravery and Noah's support. One comment caught Mia's eye. A girl named Emma wrote, "I've always wanted to dance in the rain but was too scared. Thank you for showing me it's possible." Mia felt a rush of emotion. Their moment had resonated beyond their little corner of the world, igniting a spark of inspiration in others. Days turned into weeks. And Mia and Noah continued to dance whenever it rained, documenting their adventures and encouraging others to join in. Their online community grew, filled with people eager to share their own stories of resilience. But the journey didn't stop there. With newfound confidence, Mia enrolled in the dance classes Lily had told her about. With Noah by her side, she stepped into the studio, her heart racing with anticipation. The first class was daunting, but as the music filled the room, Mia felt a sense of belonging. She was surrounded by other dancers, each with their own dreams and fears. Together they laughed, stumbled, and encouraged one another, and Mia realized that she was no longer alone in her journey. As the weeks passed, Mia blossomed. She learned new techniques and found her rhythm, embracing the art of dance like never before. Noah became her biggest supporter, cheering her on and even joining her in classes, pushing through his own fears alongside her. Their friendship deepened, blossoming into something beautiful and unexpected. They shared dreams, fears, and laughter, becoming each other's safe haven in a world that had once felt so isolating. One rainy afternoon, Mia stood at the window of her apartment, watching the droplets race down the glass. She smiled, reflecting on how far she had come. The rain no longer felt like a weight on her heart but a reminder of her strength. "Mia, are you ready?" Noah called from behind her, his voice filled with excitement. She turned to see him holding two colorful umbrellas. "We're going out rain or shine," he declared, grinning. Mia laughed, realizing that the storm had transformed from a source of fear to an opportunity for adventure. "Let's do it," she replied, her heart swelling with anticipation. As they stepped outside, the rain began to fall again, but this time, Mia felt empowered. She and Noah twirled through the downpour, their laughter echoing as they danced, embraced by the elements. And so it went, Mia and Noah dancing through life, embracing every storm and finding joy in every drop of rain. Their friendship became a beacon of hope for others, inspiring countless individuals to embrace their fears and live boldly. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to subscribe for more incredible stories like this one. Mia had learned that it was not the rain that held her back, but the fears she had allowed to take root. She became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that each storm could be faced with courage and that dreams could be chased no matter the weather. In the end, Mia's journey taught her that the dance of life was not just about the steps taken but the willingness to embrace every moment, rain or shine. And as she danced through the storms with Noah, she knew that her dreams were only just beginning to take flight.